like 2024. Like, again, see if it's like published by Goose itself. It's not great. It's very hard to find anything. I don't like any of that. Oh, better Thatch. Okay, let's see. Goose, Thatch, Bonnaroo. Okay, again, those are Goose official, Goose official. That's what I was gonna do. That's official, that's official, that's official. What about this one? Summer Camp Music Festival. It's just 22 minutes long, but we can survive, I guess. People are tired. Goose official, Goose official. I just don't remember. Do you guys remember? Hold on. Let me go to my own. I know this is kind of weird, but let me go to my own channel, and I just want to remember, did Goose block me when I did this? Really, it starts to build. Fine. They started. Yeah, they totally did. I think they did. Or maybe I lost the video. I don't remember what happened. Thatch 2:15:25. Okay. Hold on. I can't see anything. 2:15:25. Okay. I just want to know if someone else. Look, I'll do it. I'll do the official Goose one. It's just that when I publish this video, I might have to mute out that part. So, yeah. So we're just gonna take a risk here. So it's gonna work for the live. It's just that when I publish the video, they may say that's copyright material and you can't publish it. Blah 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 blah. So I can. No, I can. It just takes post-production. Actually, YouTube has a thing where it will like just splice it out, but then we'll lose that. Or I can download it, do this whole filter thing, blah, blah, blah. But we'll do it. I mean, let's give them a real chance, okay? We have to see them live. We have to watch a good one. Grand Rapids was the show that I reviewed. Oh, you mean the one I'm showing isn't the one? I'm getting a link. Yeah, share a link. Let's see. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Erica Reacts Live. It's a new version of Erica Reacts. Today, so far, we've already listened to Phish, Grateful Dead. We listened to Widespread Panic, and now we are rounding out the show with a Goose. Not that it's short, so let's see. Ben, I see no link, so did it block you, or is the link not there? What's wrong with the one at the top of my screen? Is there a non-official? Is there one that someone filmed with their camera? That would be better. Because I think the ones with the camera don't get blocked. I'm going to have a great time at the Goose concert. Not to mention, I have like a new hot pink skirt I'm going to wear. I have like a new outfit. I'm excited. I might meet new fans. I might meet like a cute guy to like maybe like talk to, you know. It could be exciting. I want you guys to know that, like, you know how people are like, how did you never know about jam bands? None of my ex-boyfriends ever took me to a concert of anything. None of my ex-boyfriends ever, like, told me about music that I didn't know about. Like, no one's ever taught me about music. Like, I'm the one that teaches them about music. You know what I mean? Like, no one ever taught me about music. So I never had a boyfriend who, like, taught me about music. So that's also why I'm like, hello, I need help. And so everyone's like, how did you just not discover jam bands now? I'm like, because I didn't have a jam band boyfriend. And not only that, my ex-boyfriends never even, like, looked up a concert and took me to it. Like, they never even something they liked. It could have been, like, a stupid rap concert or something. But, like, they never even took me to a concert because they're just not into music. But I've been into music. So that's why now that I'm just been single, I can just do things for myself. Like, discover new bands and, like, make new friends on the internet who have similar interests. And so I just go to concerts alone now. But I'm going to be meeting with that Maya girl, the one who's like cataloging, you know, the Gen Z girl who's like very, you know, groupie. Yeah. Thank you guys. All right. Here we go. because since I'm seeing Goose next week, I need a little more.
wasted. But listen on your lip, as if it went on it. Is it a little bit fucked? Did the rock come loose? Did you change your mind? Or did it change you? better turn it up some. You better turn it up some. Better take that hill, grab the flag and run. I know believe under that sea. I'm dead funnily gonna turn I know believe under
we just like take a moment to take that all in? Because that was pretty good, don't you think? Pretty good. Now I'm like hyped. Guys, I'm seeing them on Tuesday. Theoretically, I could go back for their Wednesday night. I just have something. I'd be late. So I can go Wednesday night. I'm just going to be late because I have to go to like a middle school band concert that starts at 6:30. And then I'm in the suburbs. So like I could go the second night, but I'm going to be late. So let's see how much fun I have the first night and see what the schedule is. And then if it's like so good, and I'm going to hang out with that Goose girl, the Gen Z. It's going to be so fun. No, it was good. I think they're up and coming. I mean, look, they were just on CBS Morning News, okay? Like, they keep talking about that. I just kept being like, why are you guys talking about that? Like, they're playing huge venues. They're playing Bottle Rock on Sunday, but they only gave them the 4 o'clock spot. I just want you to know. So they gave Goose, like, the 4 o'clock spot on Bottle Rock, which, so the Goose fans feel, they feel a little bit, that they should have been given, like, the 7 o'clock spot or the 8 o'clock spot. Nope. Goose was given the 4 o'clock spot at Bottle Rock. So they're still up and coming. Again, I'll have to listen to... Yeah, it's a middle school band concert. It's kind of like a big deal. My son plays the clarinet, so I can't miss that. It's the year-end recital, So I have to go. So, but I'm going Tuesday to Goose, and then we'll see if I can go Wednesday night. TBD. Again, it all depends on like how many friends do I make Tuesday night? Is it just that epic that I'm like, oh, I have to go back for the second night? I feel like missing it would be a problem. So, oh, MSG, that's fun. Yeah, I've heard about that. A lot of people are going. I joined the Goose Facebook group. 1, because I wanted to promote my channel, and then 2, I was like, hey guys, I'm going on, is anyone going? I'm going to the concert alone, so I'm just getting getting situated. But yeah, that was good. I like them. So let's rank, because let's look over here. Look, if I move over here, hold on, I need to move hold on. Ah, there we go. There's my sexy picture. Okay, how do we rank this? Let's rank our 4 pieces of the night. So it's not about ranking the band, we're just ranking the performance. Okay? And like I said, everything has a different cup of tea. What I love about tonight's variety of things is that they're all so different from each other. You really can't compare. There's no apples to apples here. It's all apples to oranges. So we have the Phish with the most epic locked-in jam of that Ghost, which I still think is the end of a set because it was so good. It had to be. Like, how do they even transition after that? Or like, thank you. Like, it's just too good. That Grateful Dead was the first Grateful Dead thing I heard that I really got it. I was like, okay, I'm okay with this. I also like that everybody was thin at the concert. I like it. The 70s were cool. So it must have been cool to just like go around and be counterculture and sit on top of a bus. Like that must have been pretty cool. Widespread Panic, it was a little bit of old. It's 2008. So they were in a good spot, I think, at the time. Ghost went into YEM. Oh my God, I love YEM. I have to hear that transition now. Oh my God, you're telling me things I don't want to know right now because it's already 10:20 p.m. in California. You're telling me that Ghost went straight into You Enjoy Myself? I would have just like died right there and gone to heaven. Like that would have been it. When they started playing You Enjoy Myself the second night of my first Phish concert ever in San Francisco a month ago, you don't understand all the joy that I felt. So, it was intense. So when they started playing Yem at my first Phish concert, I was just like, I couldn't even it was like so meaningful. So I can't even imagine that. So that was an epic Ghost. And it's been on my agenda. I mean, you guys know it's on my agenda because now everyone can see my playlist. And then there's the reaction form. And then I have the bluegrass people. They're taking me in the bluegrass direction. They want me to listen to Sierra Hull now. And then I have the Widespread Panic people, and then people want me to listen to the String Cheese Incident, and then people want me to listen to... There's just a lot. Now, the good news is I like the Dead. I mean, I like this particular Dead song. Yeah, the Carini. I published the Carini. I actually recorded that whole concert. I was live streaming the whole concert from San Francisco, so I have it. I have the video, actually. I've only published clips, but I could put the whole video. But yeah, no, that Carini was great. It was like opened up the second set, I think, out of night one, actually. Was that what it was? I was up front. That's when I remember the interview I did with that Phish fan who was like a 1.0 who had gone to Big Cypress. And I was like, what's Big Cypress? And everyone's like, oh my God, she doesn't even know anything. I'm like, guys, I'm a really good interviewer because I ask questions. I'm like, wait, where was that? What year was that? Tell me more. I want to know. He goes, 80,000 people. I'm like, 80,000 people. I was like, oh my God. Like, I get really reactive. No, the Carini was good. Da-na-na, da-na-na. And did you guys know that Eric Carini is my Phish name? It's spelled like this. It's spelled... Eric Carini, like that. Yeah, just take, you mean I should just take all the band concert? Like I stand up, I'm like, hey guys, listen, we're leaving from this concert and we're going to the city and we're going to go see Goose at the Masonic. It's for the education of the students. Yeah. Cornfuse, is this with Goose is your issue? I can. I don't have the Phish. I don't have the Phish app. Even if my tickets were on Ticketmaster and in the past. I guess I can find them in my email, right? No, I know. Goose, look, they got rid of the drummer because he kind of wasn't up to par and he was like using his rock star status to slide into the DMs of too many women on Instagram. So they got rid of him and that's okay. Again, when Big Cypress was happening, do you remember Millennium when it was like, oh my God, Y2K is happening and everyone was like worried about Y2K and what the computers would do and they turned over to zero. And I had Millennium necklaces with my friend. We had like this best friend. Okay. So John Stalling says Phish was number 1, Grateful Dead was 2, Goose blew me away, Panic, but he's seen them. Actually, I really agree with him. I mean, that Phish was really good. I mean, like Grateful Dead, though. Look, you guys know how I felt about my other 3 Grateful Dead videos. I was kind of like, like it was okay. I was like, look, I don't want to say they're bad. They're not bad. Like they're just like, I was just like, you know what I mean? Like. But maybe the Pinot in a Friday night helps. I'm not... You guys don't understand. Like, I work so much. I'm literally... The reason this channel is working is that I work like a horse. Like, a workhorse. Like, I literally am, like, teaching a class. And then I'm like, okay, I have a break now. It's like, I could, like, fold laundry. I'm like, no, I'm going to record a video. And then I'm like, oh, I could, like, plan something. I'm like, no, I'm going to record a video. So it's, like, literally all my free time, I'm just basically recording TikToks or long-form YouTube. So... That's why this is working because I'm dedicating, it's like a job. I put in the hours. Like I'm putting in 3 to 4 hours a day on content making. So I'm just going to do it until it's a job. And that's the work ethic I have towards this channel. So that's what I want you guys to know. So yes, there are 660 years of music to listen to. That could be a rabbit hole. But, well, that's good. No, I really liked the Phish show. And I really hope, I mean, apparently I'm going to Riviera Maya because... You know, I got lucky, you know. Look, it's hard. Who wouldn't fall in love with me? You know, it's hard. It just happens. So people, I don't know. People just like being around me. I'm just very pleasant, you know. Like I bring a lot of fun and experience and happiness. So I bring the vibes, you know, just like good vibes. So that's the situation. I'm really excited that Goose is coming to San Francisco right in the moment. It was kind of like what are the chances? It's like I got into Phish just this year and then Phish was coming through San Francisco and I'm like, oh my God, I'll have to see Phish for 2 nights. And then like a month later, Goose is coming through San Francisco. What are the chances? And then they just announced the Dead and Company for August 1st. Like, what are the chances? I liked Terrapin Station. I like Terrapin Station. It's just different. I was like, oh, this is artsy. Like, I was like, okay, cool, they're artsy. I like artsy music. I mean, I used to love Tori Amos. Tori Amos was like my favorite singer when I was in high school. And I listened to all of her albums and all of her writing, and it's a very deep, artsy, poetic stuff. I mean, I really like artsy music. I'm an artist. My music's weird and artsy and musical theater-ish and like kind of weird. So I like that. No, of course I have not listened to the Terrapin Station album because I only listen when I'm recording myself or on live. I will not listen to it casually because I'm telling you, unless I'm here with you all, I will not pay attention. When I record my videos and I'm like, okay, Erica, like we're recording now, and I go, and I go record, then I'm on. I'm like, okay, I'm focusing on this song as much as I can, but I don't just like put it on in my car. You know what I mean? So I have to do this live. So it's going to be either like I'm live reacting to the rest of Terrapin Station, or I'm going to record it and then put it up. Okay, let me read the chat here. Goose is one of the most fun show. Rest of the album, First Era Dead by Piano Player, is much more bluesy. I'm really into it right now. Cool. No, I definitely want to. Look, I liked this 1972 China Cat Sunflower. I rate it A plus or A. I gave Terrapin Station A minus. I'm giving China Cat Flower into I Know You Right or Live 1972. I'm giving it an A. I always leave something for A plus, but I liked it. I was like, oh, this is cool. And I just like seeing the 70s people who were like thin and like normal and just happy and just with, you know, counterculture. And it must have been weird back then to be counterculture because it was like, we're against the culture. But now it's like everybody's counterculture. I mean, to me now it's like the counterculture has become mainstream. Like, for example, people who go to Burning Man, to me, Burning Man is now so mainstream that I don't think they're counterculture. But they think they're counterculture because they're like, we go to Burning Man. It's like, we're counterculture. I'm like, I think you're kind of mainstream. So that's all. I just find it annoying when people are so mainstream. They're so counterculture that they become the mainstream, which is, I think, what people were talking about with the whole scene of the new word I learned. I talked about it on my video, the Trustafarian, which is a wealthy kid who becomes into the counterculture and then adapts like non-Western things such as like Eastern values, Eastern religion. Oh, really? I love Cornflake Girl. But I love Tori Amos's Cornflake Girl. Never was a cornflake girl. Who's Mo? Wonder was a good solution, hanging with the raisin girl. But who's Mo? She's gone to the other side, giving up the old heap-ho. Things that get kinda deep. Okay, so Dogs in a Pile, String Cheese Incident. Who else am I missing here? This is not real, this is not real happening here. You bet your life it is. I love Cornflake Girl. You bet your life it is. That was like my whole theme. I've seen Tori Amos live like 3 times. I met her at a record. I met her at Tower Records. I stood in line at 5 a.m. to have an opportunity for Tori Amos to sign one of my albums. And so I was face to face with her and she signed my album. And she said, to Erica and your music. And Tori Amos signed my album. You did? You sent me an Instagram link? I can check it in a bit. I have to end my TikTok live, which is fine. No one's on my TikTok live anyway. I just opened my TikTok live to basically tell people I was on YouTube live. So that's the whole purpose of it. I had 8 comments. What was it? Things that get fond of ghosts and I'll go to sleepy time. This is not real, this is not real, this is not real, yeah. Okay, so the Panic people are getting really commenty on TikTok. I'm checking all my messages. Light Fuse Getaway is the real gem. Start their live album that is worth a listen. Widespread Pancakes. Hunt Vegas. Till the Medicine Takes is a great access point. 4396 is their best shows ever. Every Day is also their best studio work. The only thing is that Mikey is on the guitar on both of those, and he's no longer with us. First 2 Panic albums are fire, fire, fire. 97 and 99 live shows are excellent. Always live sets for jam bands. All right. I've assembled the forces. What I've gotten better with, Mo with a period. Oh, MOE period. Okay, I didn't know that was a thing. I've never heard of it. Um, so yeah, I mean, I have basically, guys, on my link in bio thing, whatever. If you don't have any other social media, oh cool, born and raised in Iowa. Da, 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 da. Okay, he sent me the Mo link, and then what else? Yeah, I mean, I kind of have everything. So I kind of list my Instagram. The new Phish song, I'm scared. I'm scared of the new Phish song. Am I going to like it? But maybe they'll play it in Mexico, so I guess I'm going to have to listen to it one way or the other eventually. I think I might. My manifestation is that I think I'm going to be at Phish Madison Square Garden every night for New Year's with a new boyfriend. That's what I think. So I think by then I'm going to have like a Phish boyfriend that I meet, probably from online, probably from my channel, who finds me, we connect, we fall in love, and then we go to like Madison Square Garden together. But then I definitely just meet everybody, you know, and be with the fans at all the shows. So we'll see. If I don't get to the Austin show, maybe I'll go to some of the East Coast ones for the summer. So, but yeah, it's already crazy how my summer is shaping up with music. Yeah, New Year's Kiss, you know, with someone you love. Neville Brothers and Radiators from New Orleans, funky bar bands in the Little Feat mode. New Orleans does produce great music, so it's definitely cool. Were you guys having a good Friday night? Everything good? You bet your life it is. Good to John Stallings. No, I'm pretty up with Tori Amos. From Little Earthquakes, Boys for Pele, Venus and Back, Under the Pink, a few more of her albums. I'm like an expert on like about 6 or 7 Tori Amos albums because that's like all I listened to from like age 15 until like age 22. It was basically Tori Amos. So yeah, being from California, that's what I was trying to tell everybody. They were like they're like, oh, how have you never heard of these? Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, because I'm from the West Coast. We just don't have the same culture. We had, like, Dave Matthews Band was big when I was in high school, but I never got into it because I just wasn't hanging out with those kids, you know? I don't know if you can tell this, but I'm kind of straight edge, guys. Like, I'm not really into the whole, like, substances kind of thing. So I don't really hang out with those kind of people, or I didn't in high school, you know? So it just wasn't, like, something I was going to, you know, it wasn't going to draw me that way. And like I said, I never had a boyfriend who introduced me to any music or took me to any concerts. So I guess I was just with the wrong people. So that's probably why I got divorced, because my ex-husband didn't really like music or care about music. And even though I was like an opera singer and like basically performing professionally and singing all the time, he was never into it. He never appreciated it. He'd be like, singing. Other people would be like, wow, you're a singer, you play piano, wow, it's so amazing. He was just like, singing. It's okay. So, yeah. Well, when it's cold in the winter on the East Coast, there's nothing else to do but to go to a concert, right? So maybe that's why. California, we have the outdoor, you know, play outdoors kind of thing. Play on the beach. So we get the surfer bands. It's very different vibes in the jam band. We get the, yes. Oh, thank you. Yes, so I'm an opera singer, musical theater, a little bit of everything. I have my like pop album. That's cool. Yeah, no, I have my little weird breakup album I made, which is kind of, you know, I wrote one country song called Tech Bro Trash. I wrote kind of musical theater songs. I have like a jazz, 1940s jazz. My song called Boys Weekend is like a 1940s jazz song. Like, I just was like being eclectic with the album. I have like kind of They Might Be Giants sound in my music because that's what I like. So indoor Phish is better. I totally agree. So Moody Center is going to be indoor in Austin, and then I'm glad I saw the Bill Graham Phish San Francisco and not Hollywood Bowl. No shade to the Hollywood Bowl, because remember I saw like the Billy Strings Bob Dylan thing there, but no one was standing at the Hollywood Bowl in the lower boxes. Everyone was just like sitting, and like no one was dancing, and it was like just a very like, let's just have a dinner and a picnic and just listen, you know? So I'm glad I did the indoor Phish, and I was like, this is the way to go. So I totally Agree. Indoor Phish is the best Phish. Though I've only seen Indoor Phish, but I already know that. Well, just look up the song Tech Bro Trash, okay? I'll tell you the names of my songs. Tech Bro Trash, look up that. Look up, and then from there you'll find my name.